This is the NFL on EA Sports, and this is Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. It is for real. Season begins here. And we are underway at Paycor Stadium. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here, 11, top,
on the ground, here comes Ashton Genty. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Isaac Tesla was the intended target, and that will lead to a second down.
Here we go. Stop.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. They're gonna work this down inside the 45.
It's a gain of 18.
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On first down, Burrow. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
11 MT, take. 11 MT, take.
Burrow here on second down. Out of the backfield, it's Ashton Genty. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Third and a long way to go.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11. Right 80. Shot.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. To the left side, caught by Chase. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. How about that play off the call sheet to convert third and 18 for a first down?
Right 80. Right shot. Stop.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. It's second down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner.
Ready?
And next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Here we go. 180. Stop.
Run out of the gun for Gentry. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
27-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
On one, ready? Here, 12, 12, 180, down.
They'll run with the rookie, drafted in the third round.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Fourth down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try. This one from 41 yards out. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good positive result.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Slide through. Down. 50, green. Blue striker. 6, mega. Green jack. Right. Black ultra. Right.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And the throw left sideline caught. They rule incomplete. Couldn't keep the feet in. And it's second down.
It's now second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Yellow, 43. Trail green.
Back to throw. A pass right side going to be taken in by Walker.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Now a third and 2.
Bronco 80. Get up.
Here's a designed run.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Okay, right.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
Ready.
They'll try to sneak it here, and he's going to have the Ravens first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the fourth down conversion.
Mike, I think the way we've seen the NFL going these past couple years is I think all these quarterbacks, they love when the call comes in for the sideline for quarterback sneak. Hey, coach, put the game on my shoulders. With this offensive line, I'm going to pick up this first down. And that's exactly.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
The 39-yard line.
So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. 3-0 is our score. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Here we go. Red 38. Blue check white. Smith red. Set.
On the handoff, here comes Mitchell. And they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
And this will be incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends up being a wasted down.
3rd and 11.
Fight. Let's go now. 10 black. Black shot. Black ultra. Cut.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Got his man down the field. It is a big completion. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Try to set up the screen to Mitchell. He's taken down just shy of the 10. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
43. Check smash. Up. Black swap.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
And you could tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. That's over the middle and intercepted. They're going to take over at their own 8-yard line.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
11 MC pace. Stop.
They'll start on the ground with Genchi. Up the sideline, past the 30. A big play after being backed up. 35 yards.
It's a gain of 35.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Stop.
Burrow now to throw on first down. This one intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
And on a possession where the offense really had their way on the ground, they got to kind of go back to the drawing board and say, is it worth putting the ball in the air? Yes, we want to generate points. We want to push the ball downfield, but none of that matters if you're going to keep turning the ball over.
And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Second and 10.
Brings up second and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
He'll look to throw. That one intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it just past their 25.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
Here we go. Here we go. Big third.
On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Here we go.
That's caught. It's Isaac to Slaw. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That is a big play for Cincinnati. Pickup of 46 yards.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On two. Ready. On one. Ready.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Here we go. Hey,
Here's a handoff to Genty. Good blocking to the 15. And he's in. What a try. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Cincinnati. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals are out to a 10-0 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. From the 39, here's a first and 10.
down. 10 cycles. 50. Green. Ready.
The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down. Now, faking the give. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. That is Trey Hendrickson taking him down for the first sack of this new campaign. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Now they'll set up to throw. Sending it downfield for Likely. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Isaiah Likely. And it'll be third down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime. It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
On one, ready? Gun, gun. Stop. Can. Stop. 12. Stop.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 23-yard line.
11. Stop.
2nd down, Burrow. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. That is brought in. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 77 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
McPherson to kick off for
Very
Cincinnati.
one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Ready. 45. Right.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Bengals take over.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy, so if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown.
1, 2, ready?
But rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this second half.
And he's in! Touchdown, Bengals. And that's a football to hold on to forever. His first NFL touchdown in his very first NFL game.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And a solid run back there can still get this out past the 30-yard line.
Ready up. Come on, set. Yellow, 43.
They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's to his tight end, Eric Hall. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
They'll look to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 22. Black shot.
To the air one more time. Open right side is likely. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
3rd and inches.
Yellow, Lonnie. Ready, ready. 33, yellow. Hut, hut.
They'll try to run for it with Mitchell. And he will have the Ravens first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Ready, red, cycle. 50, green. Ready.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails them out by not securing the catch.
30, ready.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal. He's taken down at the 7.
13 yards on the play.
Ready.
That's good for a Baltimore.
10 cycle. Hut, hut.
1st and goal.
They'll run with Mitchell. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Now after that last play, we have an injured Raven. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal.
Set, hut. Ready.
They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Tez Walker. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score.
Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's get set. 11, MT. 11. Hey, can.
A first down throw for Burrow. To the outside, it's looked in by Chase. And mark him down up beyond the 30.
It's a gain of 11.
They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Inside the 35. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And what an opener it has been for this rookie. That's now his second touchdown here in week 1. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
At their own 30-yard line.
White.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Ready, play.
3rd and 6.
Down, field, black, 50, green, 6, mega, slide blue, yellow,
Throwing now from the gun. That is caught. He finds Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
blue, 32, yellow, flag red,
50-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. To find Brown out of the backfield. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
39-yard line.
set, hut, clear, green.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready?
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. Still on his feet. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On the handoff, this is Genty. Finding room at the 35. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone inside the 20. That is a big play for Cincinnati. That goes for 58.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like.
And he's in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. That's his second touchdown now here in the season opener. This has got to feel good, Greg. You open at home and a great performance with one more touchdown added on top.
Not many better ways, Mike, than to create some excitement amongst your fan base than to have a great home opener. Every team works all off-season. They stress it during training camp. Let's get off to a great start, and then all of a sudden you're able to do it in front of your home crowd. Man, this has been a really impressive performance.
Here we go.
First run of the game here for Chase Brown. Not much happening there, just a short game.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Red, yellow. Slide blue.
They'll send Flowers in motion. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Six, mega. Come on, set. Red, strike it. Push the red. Blue, strike it. Ready?
Back to throw. Right side going to be taken in by Walker. So that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
That's what they call a big dagger route. It's about 10, 15 yards where you just round off your outside foot and rip into the middle of the field, and they executed it to perfection, and they're able to move the chains.
And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Let's go now. Hut.
That's going to be caught. And he's going to pick up the first down. He was short when he caught it, but knew exactly where he needed to get to. Gets there and keeps the drive alive.
Let's go.
First and 10.
52 Blue.
6-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Catch made there, left side by Walker. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Yellow. Ready. Edo blue. 10 black.
In motion comes Walker.
Ready.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Got it.
It's going to be third. They need 1.
Ready. Set. Go.
Now Brown.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike. It's just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
Smash. Red. Hut.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That is hard down the field. He's got it. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this.
Gain of 31 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Okay, ready?
On the move at the 14-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
Mega. Yep.
He'll look to throw. To the goal line and in.
this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
They'll send Flowers in motion. On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on a 2-point conversion.
22.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points. Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Now Genty, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. It'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
It's a gain of 7.
On one, ready?
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down.
180. 11, Thomas. Stop.
They'll drop to throw. He's got his man complete. That's to Slaw.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180. Stop.
Burrow. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
Let's get set. Stop.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
That is incomplete, and the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful.
44. Ravens 22.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
55 catch.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Come on. Set. Good. Seven Pirates. Go.
Now, faking the give. Looking down the field there, but it ball's incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Okay, quick. 17. Get it. 18 got you. 18 got you. Dragon 60.
Now they'll set him to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. He's going to have a Ravens 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. They'll throw out of the gun, going up top and looking for Flowers. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Buffalo 18.
On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
He's to midfield. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not, but things are pretty much spoken for.
Here we go. 180. Stop.
They go play action for Burrow. He's going to air this one out. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Yeah, a little predictable there. You feel like you just gave up points, and the first thing you want to do is you just want to answer back, and you try to get it all in one play. Nice job by the defensive coordinator, understanding the deep shot was coming, having the right call there. So offensively, just take what's there. You're not going to get all those points back in one play. Take your time, take what's there, sustain the drive.
Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout. The clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Stop.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 180. 25. Stop.
Working out of the gun, Burrow gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. On is McPherson for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. That's fielded just shy of the goal line. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. So it's a win here in the jungle for the Bengals. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1.